Hello students, today we are entering Geography portion, Unit 1, Rocks and Soil. We are going to study about rock formation, soil formation, different types of soil and rocks and their uses and conservation. Have you ever noticed any mountains or rocks nearby your location? Or during your travel? Have you ever been to any hill station during your vacation? Do you know how they originated on the earth's surface? We will learn about these rocks and soil in this lesson. Lower classes we have studied about 4 realms of the earth, namely lithosphere, atmosphere, biosphere and hydrosphere. Petrology means the study of rocks. Petrology, derived from the Greek word petrus, refers to rock and logos refers to study. So it is study of rocks. Rocks are formed from volcanic activities. The molten magma solidifies and forms rocks. Other way of rock formation is the sediments are derived and deposited by various agents like temperature and pressure. Rocks are formed as a result of the decomposition of dead plants and animals. Rocks are formed from the disintegration of igneous and metamorphic rocks. Rocks are formed by precipitating of minerals from water and evaporation of chemical-rich solutions. What are rocks? The rocks are the solid mineral materials forming a part of the surface of the earth and other similar planets. The earth's crust is composed of rocks. A rock is an aggregate of one or more minerals. Rock is an important natural resource and is found in solid state, and it may be hard or soft in nature. Classification of rocks. According to the mode of formation, rocks are classified into 3 types: igneous rocks, sedimentary rocks and metamorphic rocks. Igneous rocks. The igneous rocks are formed by the solidification of molten magma. These rocks are also called as primary rocks or parent rocks. Characteristics of igneous rocks. These rocks are hard in nature. These are impermeable. They do not contain fossils. They are associated with the volcanic activities. These rocks are useful for construction works. Types of igneous rocks. Igneous rocks are of 2 types. They are extrusive igneous rocks and intrusive igneous rocks. Extrusive igneous rocks. Can you visualize the lava comes out from your volcano? Lava is actually a red molten magma that comes out from the interior of the earth on its surface. After reaching the earth's surface, the molten materials get solidified and forms rocks. These rocks are fine-grained and glassy and are called extrusive igneous rocks. Basalt is an example for this type of rock. Intrusive igneous rocks. The molten magma sometimes cools down deep inside the earth's crust and becomes solid. The rocks formed this way is called intrusive igneous rocks. Since they cool down slowly, they form large grains. Intrusive igneous rocks are of 2 types. The deep-seated rocks are called plutonic rocks, and the ones formed at shallow depths are called hypabyssal rocks. Granite, diorite, gabbro, and pegmatite are the examples of plutonic rocks, and dolerite is an example of hypabyssal rocks. Since the intrusive igneous rocks consist of large crystals and glassy in nature, they are also called as Crystalline rocks. Sedimentary rocks. The word sedimentary has been derived from Latin word sedimentum, meaning settling down. Sedimentary rocks are formed by the sediments derived and deposited by various agents like temperature and pressure. Sedimentary rocks consist of many layers which were formed by the sediments deposited at different periods. As it consists of many strata, it is also known as stratified rocks. Characteristics of sedimentary rocks. They have many layers. They are non-crystalline rocks. They contain fossils. They are soft and gets eroded easily. Types of sedimentary rocks. Organic sedimentary rocks. These rocks are formed as a result of the decomposition of dead plants and animals. It contains fossils. Chalk, talc, dolomite, and limestone rocks are of this category. Mechanical sedimentary rocks. These rocks are formed from the disintegration of rocks or breaking of rocks. The natural agents erode and transport them at some places, and after a long period of time they form rocks. Example: sandstone, shale, and clay. Chemical sedimentary rocks. These are formed by precipitating of minerals from water and formed usually through evaporation of chemical rich solution. These rocks are also called as evaporites. Rock salt and limestone are examples of this kind. Metamorphic rocks. When igneous and sedimentary rocks subject to high temperature and pressure, the original rocks gets altered and forms a new kind of rock called metamorphic rock. The word metamorphic is derived from two Greek words, meta and morpha. Meta means change and morpha means shape. Metamorphism is of two types. They are thermal metamorphism. If the change in the rocks is mainly caused by high temperature, the process is called as thermal metamorphism. Dynamic metamorphism. If the change in the rock is mainly caused by high pressure, the process is called as dynamic metamorphism. Formation of metamorphic rocks from other rocks. Granite into gneiss, basalt into slate, sandstone into quartz, shale into slate are some examples. Characteristics of metamorphic rocks. Metamorphic rocks are mostly crystalline in nature and have alternate bands of light and dark minerals. Rock cycle. Igneous rocks are the primary rocks formed first on the earth. These rocks are weathered, eroded, transported, and deposited at some places to form sedimentary rocks. The igneous and sedimentary rocks are changed into metamorphic rocks under the influence of temperature and pressure. The metamorphic rocks are also disintegrated and deposited to form sedimentary rocks. Formation of igneous rocks takes place when there is an overflow of molten materials. The endless process is referred to as rock cycle. We can conclude part 1 with this rock cycle, and we will continue part 2 with the uses of rocks and soil. Keep watching, be safe. Thank you.